Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew, ooh. Only winning is exception. Lose with this, ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, okay, yeah, when I hit that, okay, yeah, when I hit that, cause I ain't like it, okay, yeah, when I hit that, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a
Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Washington football team. Josh Lambo set to go, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. Fielded in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And a Washington first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Haskins to throw it. connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made at the 44.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Carry for Bryce Love. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. Peterson.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run. Peterson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Jaguars' 13-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Haskins on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A gain of
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. The give to Peterson out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
6-yard line.
Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a man coming off a career year in 2019, Leonard Fournette. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Jackson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. To throw is Jackson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's third down.
And 5.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Check nickel.
Now Leonard Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On first down, here's Love. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Jared Wilson made the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll get this one down to about the 7. 17.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Fourth down.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got free.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
From the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Here we go. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. All day, every day. 36. Mike, 36. Let's go. Let's hit this ball.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again, Jackson. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with. He's not the high draft pick. He's not seen as the next guy. He's got to prove himself to everyone and get noticed. So maybe instead of taking the safer throw, you press it a little bit. Try and push it downfield, try and fit into a tight window. And sometimes interceptions result.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Gilbert on the tackle. Taken down back at the 15-yard line.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Ball carrier.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
It's 3rd and 7.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 40 yards. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Kalen Ballage, 81 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Washington 24, Jaguars 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6. First down, Jacksonville. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Chase Young brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Second and 12. From the gun, Jackson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Complete.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but there's a good time to do it.
Preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
They'll run on first down. Thompson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
The tackle made by Matt Ioannidis.
They go play action with Jackson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
On third down, Jackson. He finds his target, Fuller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
DJ Chark, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Throwing again. Jackson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
I got my carpet rolled out for you.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And the lead is now 24.
Makes this Washington.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last pick-6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. And just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
On first down, Love, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Minus 50, minus 50. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Escaping the pressure right. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's good for a Jaguar.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Off play action. Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Off the play fake. Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Thompson there to make the grab. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Jaguars 15.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Not much there, only a yard.
Complete.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now it's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Smith. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Smith. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
The 20-yard line.
Now Jones. He's got the hook up with Conley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now Jones operating from the gun. And that's complete to Divine Azigbo out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
33.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
48-yard line.
Sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Down and 15.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sean Davis, and oh, he coughed it up. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check, 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 check. 53 is the mark. 53, check 53.
From the end zone, Smith. And he goes down, and it's in the end zone. Smith goes down in that end zone. That is a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. That is caught inside the 5. And he reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Jaguars.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Colin Johnson there, the intended target, but it'll be second and goal. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Behind the chain, second and 12. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now Balaj. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
A loss of a yard brings up fourth down. Tonight's finals, Washington.
But Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit, they were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Jacksonville, good night, everybody.